In his very first soliloquy in the play, Hal tells us that he is going to strategically foil himself. He's going to have a bad self in the background, that when his good self shines through, his good self will look even more glittering and wonderful with the backdrop of his bad self kind of behind him in the past. I want to talk about foiling in this play in another sense too, because in this play, as in so many of the other plays that we're going to read and have read, Shakespeare's got characters that are in analogous positions at different points in the play that he can use to bring out different aspects of his theme. So with the king, you've got Henry IV, who is the king in England. But then you've got Falstaff, who is the king in the sort of common world of Eastcheap. And this becomes very, very evident when Falstaff and Hal decide to have their little play extempore, and Falstaff says, okay, this is my crown, and he puts a cushion on his head. This is my throne, and he has his bar stool. And so the audience is invited to think about kingship. And you remember from the Tudor myth that Henry IV was not a legitimate king. He had taken the throne kind of by extorting it from his cousin over threat of insurrection. So is Henry IV's real crown any more legitimate than Falstaff's cushion? Then you have Henry IV at the very beginning of the play talking about his son Hal, and he says, oh, I just wish I had a good son like my cousin Northumberland. He's got a son that is the theme of honor's tongue. He's much more princely than my son. I wish that someone could prove that some night-tripping fairy came and exchanged these babies in their cradles. Maybe I took the wrong baby home from the hospital. So Hotspur is set up as a foil of Hal. Hotspur, the military genius, the successful soldier, the honorable knight. So you have Hotspur as the foil to Hal. And it takes the whole play for us to figure out that Hal is not essentially a worthwhile ruler. He's far too flighty and emotionally reactive, and that Hal really has the qualities that we want to see. So Prince Hal is not only foiled by his own bad behavior, but also by an alternate ideal of princely quality. And Henry IV, the real father, is balanced against Falstaff, the surrogate father. So the king among thieves, he is very fatherly and they have a good relationship, Hal and he, but he's balanced against the other king whose realm is perhaps not as legitimate as he wishes it would be, and who also has a son whom he wishes to be reconciled to.